Good. Hello, everyone. How's everyone today?
Good afternoon, Teresa. This is Juliet. How are you?
I'm Juliet. All right, Juliet, so you're ready to hit Rome today?
That's where we're going? Yes,
that's where we're going today. We're gonna take Italia Air on the way to Rome out of Dulles Airport.
Nice.
All expense paid.
Let's come with some imagination, right, Teresa?
Well, I actually did the trip. That's why I'm presenting it. But I'm making it real for you all as best as I can. Yes, I found it to be a very exciting trip. I would do it again and again and again.
You want to see what Italy looks like? Oh, no, I'm part Italian. I'm always going to see. No, let's see what Italy looks like. I'm going to live there. I'm an artist.
Hi, Teresa.
Hello, iPad. I don't know who you are. It just says iPad.
Wilhelmina, I typed my name in.
Let me see if I can help you. Let me change your name for you. Let me see if I can do that.
It worked well last week. I don't know what happened today.
You don't know what happened. Let me see if I can change it for you. If it would allow me to. It isn't budging. It wouldn't even allow me to. Okay, yeah, rename. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to spell your name. W-I-L.
H-E-L.
H-E-L.
M-I-N-A.
M-I-N-A. All right. And you should
Thank
see
you.
it momentarily. Okay. You should see it now. Hello. Hello.
I had to have some. This is Miss Bell.
Hi, Rosalind.
Hi. I had to have some work done on my foot.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I missed a couple classes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, Vanessa. You're on mute. I can't hear you. You're on mute, Vanessa. Hello, Edward.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Vanessa.
How are you?
I'm good.
Thank you.
Hi, Edward, again. So you said it.
Hey, all right now.
You're okay?
Good day. Good day.
Is everybody warm today?
Yeah.
Everybody's warm, huh? Hi, Cheryl. All right, we got 2 more iPads. Let's let them in.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Hello. And welcome.
Okay, I hope everybody's ready on board to take off, right? We're on our way to Rome this afternoon.
Wait for me. I'm still at TSA checkout. Hold on.
You're at the security, huh? I hope you have your passport with you.
I know they're messing with me. Hold on.
Oh gosh. I hope you all enjoy this this trip.
Oh,
Somebody has a pretty background image of snow. Who is
Yeah.
that with the snow? Yvonne.
Yeah, that's me. That's my backyard, Teresa.
Really? It's
Yes.
gorgeous. That is so
Thank you.
gorgeous.
Yeah, when we
Wow.
had the snow, I took that picture.
Wow. It is so gorgeous. Yes.
Thank you.
Mm.
I'm looking forward to visiting, you know, across the pond.
Across the pond. I love
Yeah.
it. Well, we're going to be crossing over the North Atlantic this afternoon.
All right.
And so as we begin, as you can see, everyone can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So I will begin with, as you can see, Teresa's travel.
That's very nice.
So we're actually visiting Rome, Naples, and the Isle of Capri. Okay, so everybody's packed up, suitcases packed, ready to go, huh? And so we're looking at our mapping, and we're going to be visiting Rome. Rome is known for the home of the Vatican. Rome is the capital city of Italy. It is also the capital of Lazio region, the center of the metropolitan city of Rome, and a special commune named Comune di Roma, capital A. So that's where we're off to, first stop. So basically, I took this trip many years ago, and I left out of Dulles Airport and flew into Milan, and then changed planes from Milan into Rome. So this is what Rome looks like at night. Very well lit up. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous?
yes.
Oh my goodness. Now, so a very good friend of mine, as I said, one of my best friends invited me to accompany her to Rome, Italy. And of course I accepted it was the all expense paid offer, a gift from her. So we left out of Dulles on a dreary day in search to find novelty, new heights, and new sensations. And that's a picture of her and myself. So the first stop was, we changed planes in in Milan, and then we flew into Italy. After we got in pretty late at night, because it was actually, we took what is called a red eye leaving out of Dulles. We left at around 7 p.m. at night, and we actually got into Milan the next morning, but then we still had to take another plane from Milan into Rome. So we didn't have a direct flight. It was an 11-hour flight. Okay. And there's what airline we took. So this is what it looks like on the map. So notice over here to the left is the US, as you could see, and over to the right is Europe, and there's Rome here in red. So we actually flew across the North Atlantic. That's what we did. This is what the route looked like. Okay. It was a long flight, very long flight. So the very next morning we got up, and the first thing on our itinerary was to visit the Vatican. That was where my heart and soul was to be, to find out, what is this Vatican all about? It's a city surrounded by Rome. It's not it's not actually, it's like, as I said, surrounded by Rome, Italy. It is the headquarters of the Roman Catholic Church. It is the home to the Pope and a drove of iconic art and architecture.
Yes, it is.
Its Vatican Museums house ancient Roman sculpture. We need to mute a few people. Let me see if I can mute them. We need to mute a few people. Okay, so the Vatican Museum housed ancient Roman sculptures such as famed Laocoon and his sons, as well as the Renaissance fresco in the Raphael rooms. And wow, wait till you see it. The Sistine Chapel, famous for the Michelangelo ceiling. So why is the Vatican so important? Why was it I was so curious about it? It is the center of Christianity since the foundation of St. Peter's Basilica by Constantine, which is in the 4th century. And at a later stage, the permanent seat of the popes. The Vatican is at once the preeminently holy city for Catholics. I'm not a Catholic, but however, I was still very curious. It is an important archaeological site of the Roman world and one of the major cultural reference. Okay, so the question is, can anyone live in Vatican? Because it's a city by itself. Not really. So let's find out who can. The entire population of Vatican City is only around 800 people. The clergy who contributes to the operations of the Vatican City religiously, and the Swiss guards who defend the Vatican City are the only people allowed to reside inside the Vatican City. This is an image of how it looks from the outside, where the public can view it from the outside. Now, the public is very much welcome to tour the Vatican, which is what we did. And now you're going to see the beauty, the most fascinating element of this whole city. So what is it like to see in the Vatican Museum minus the crowds? Walking up to the monumental brass doors of the Rome Vatican Museum, I found myself in complete awe. The entrance, where it was an ever-present line of visitors, usually wrapped around the 16th century walls, heralding a 2-hour wait to get in. Honestly, that's how long it takes to get in. But look at the beauty, look at the art, the architecture, fascinating. Look at this dome. Can you think what it was like back in the day when the artists, and you'll find out who the artists were back in those days. So the thing that of all, the whole entire visit to Rome for me was to see what is known as the Sistine Chapel ceiling, painted by Michelangelo between 1508 and 1512. It is the cornerstone work of high Renaissance art. The ceiling is that of the Sistine Chapel, is the large papal chapel built within the Vatican between the 1477 and 1480 by Pope Sixtus IV. Look at the art. Imagine one human being did this, one human being, Michelangelo. It took him 4 years to do this.
I wonder how you get it up on ceiling.
And they had what is called those, they still use them today, where they, when they're going up on those high rises, he used, yeah. Look at this is another art that he did. This is called The Creation of Adam, detailing the ceiling fresco by Michelangelo. Michelangelo's work on the Sistine Chapel, as I mentioned before, He finished it 4 years. He was paid 3,000 ducats for painting the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, which is about $78,000 today. It was a lot of money back then. A lot of money. You might as well call him a billionaire back in those days. But look at the art. One man did this.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Gosh, is it
Oh, you need one?
one
He
human
must
being.
have been on a scaffold.
A
I guess
scaffold.
scaffold.
Yes, that was the term I was trying to remember. Scaffold.
Mhm.
Yeah, he did this. Yeah. He also did this, The Last Judgment. It is the fresco by the Italian Renaissance. He's covering the whole altar wall of the Sistine Chapel. It is a depiction of the second coming of Christ and the final and eternal judgment by God of all humanity. So this is on one of the walls. Here's
It look
another.
like they're all men. I don't see any ladies, do they?
I agree with you on that one. I didn't even, that's very good perception you saw there. I didn't see any either. And I did read up on it. He was really into painting males. I did read up on that. I did, yes. Excellent perception. Now look at this. Look at the ceiling. It's fascinating.
Beautiful.
Look at this.
Oh,
This is in
Do you know how old he was when he died? Because this is such work. My goodness.
I should have looked it up. I will. Isaiah, are you there? If you're there, look up when Michelangelo, what age he passed away.
Okay.
Go ahead and come back and let us know. All right. So here's the library in the Vatican. It is used, and it still is used today, primarily by literary scholars, the Vatican archives and other hands. Now, you can have access to this library if you were to, you would have to get permission, but it's about you can have access to it. Now, let's go back. Now, in the Vatican also, there are people, let's go back. Oh, wait a minute. Let's hold on. What's going back? I'm going too fast. And go back one more. Now, can you believe that this exists in the Vatican? I actually saw this with my bare eyes. These are saints that have passed on. They're mummified their bodies and encased them. Yes.
And it looks so real.
Don't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what they did. Lots of them throughout there. Yes.
And that artwork and all that frame around it.
Wow.
That is downright.
And their bodies have stayed, after all of these centuries like that?
Mummified.
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 That's kind of weird. I
Isn't
don't like
it?
that.
I know. I didn't like that either. I was kind of scared when I stood in front of them looking at them. I really was.
Yes, I wouldn't want to watch it, see it.
I wasn't. And also they have some of them are buried in these tombs here, as you can see. Yeah, they're all buried here. All the past popes all buried here, entombed. All right, so one of the first things you'll see in the Vatican City is the huge square that can host more than 300,000 people on any special occasion. And as you know, around Easter, they usually have the Pope's blessing and the Mass. This square was designed by Bernini in 1667, and its main feature is imposing the colonnade. So these are some of the things you do in the Vatican. All right, some more. So now we're here in what is known as the St. Peter's Basilica. It is where the Pope's church and the most important religious place for Christians. It was inaugurated in 1626 and several famous artists worked here. Look at the name, all the Branati, Bernani, Michelangelo, and Maderno. This is while you're in the museum. Look at the dome, beautiful. You could spend just about I think we spent it. They say half a day, but I think we spent all day in the Vatican, just walking around, just fascinated by the art. And we
And you
just
were able to take pictures also.
yes, yeah, we were allowed to do that. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So now we're outside the Vatican, and we're at another very famous structure in Rome. It's known as the Colosseum. It's an oval amphitheater in the center of the city of Rome, Italy, just east of the Roman Forum. It is the largest ancient amphitheater ever built and still is the largest standing amphitheater in the world today. Despite its age. It's about 2,000 years. Construction began under the Emperor Vespasian in 72 and was completed in 80 AD under his successor and heir. It's still there. I actually went to it. This is what it looked like. They were saying, so after Nero's extravagant lifestyle, Rome went through what is known as a series of military uprisings that left the empire in the civil war of 64 AD. Vespasian became emperor 5 years later to win over the citizens and built a pleasure palace for the masses of the site of Nero's former palace. And to make a statement, the amphitheater was capable of holding up to 50,000 spectators. The empire eventually had more than 250 structures, but the Colosseum was the largest of it all. This is really what it really looks like today. This is what I saw with my eyes. So we explored it. They even have some underground chambers, which were off limits. You have to have like tickets to go in there, purchase them, and you can go into these underground chambers, like a tour guide though, would take you through it. All right, so when we were finished with the Vatican and we were finished with St. Peter's Square, we decided to go to another famous location. I don't know if any of you have heard of it, but Pompeii. Pompeii has always fascinated me, always, and you'll find out why. Look how it was, look at the altitude from the coast down. Look at these homes just stacked on each other.
Mm-hmm. Going up the hill.
Yes, steep too.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the roads there, they're so narrow, you can't have two cars going by each other. A car has to pull over for the next car to go by.
Mm.
All right, so what is Pompeii and why? Okay, so Pompeii is a vast archaeological site in southern Italy, known as the Campania region near the coast of the Bay of Naples. Naples is another city within Rome.
Mm-hmm. Teresa, can you show that other picture again? The first, just before
Go
this
back.
one?
Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
just the previous one. Yes. Oh my! I'm taking a picture with my cell phone.
Beautiful. It was so fascinating. And,
yes.
and we went there in the wintertime, but don't forget, this is in the south. So it was
My
warm.
goodness.
We got there. We left in November when the rates were cheap to fly and hotels, you were down in cost. So
do you know what one with that dome on it?
did I do what?
You know what?
Oh, this
to
is
the right, to the right.
To the right. No, that's some sort of church. I didn't take note of that. No.
Okay.
So what about Pompeii? Does anybody have any idea what Pompeii is all about?
That look like structures of people.
Right. So let's talk about that. Pompeii, unlike other towns in Campania, founded for the most part by Greek colonists, it was built by Oscans probably around 9 to the 8th century BC. So let's find out what these are.
Okay.
So the town the town is developed on lava terracing formed in many centuries earlier. It constituted an important natural defense against threats of invasion by neighboring peoples. So while it had its positive aspects about it, you didn't know what danger was ahead of them. Let's find out. So this is what it looked like now. But what you say, Pompeii has been a byword for catastrophic for the almost 2,000 years ago. Let me let somebody in. Okay. All right, so what happened to Pompeii? At the same time, while it was lavishing in lava and rich, the soil was rich. Here you see the Sarno Valley was particularly fertile, thereby allowing for rapid development of the agricultural economy. But in 79 AD, what do you think this image represents? A volcano. And Pompeii was once a thriving and sophisticated Roman city. Pompeii was buried on the meters of ash and pumice after the catastrophic eruption of what is known as Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. The preserved site features excavated the ruins of the street and the houses for that visitors can freely explore. These were human beings. These were residents of the city. They were kind of like made out of the ashes. Let's find out what happened. These are actually people.
Oh my.
Yeah, human bodies, plaster cast, ancient victims of this volcano. These are the actual residents of this location. Look what they became. That's what the volcano did to them.
Burn them up.
Yes, well, they didn't burn them up. They did something to them, plaster them and cast them. Yeah. So these have been excavated, as you can see, out. So an excavation of Pompeii began accidentally in the 18th century when builders constructing a palace for the Bourbon king discovered the lost city while digging. The remains of a young woman was found in 1777. The excavators noticed that they could clearly see the outline of the rest of her body in the ash that had encased her. So this is what they found. They went in there. It wasn't until about 1864 that this excavator by the name is Giuseppe Ferrari, the director of excavations, came up with an ingenious idea for reconstructing the bodies. Archaeological workers extracted the mummified bodies of 2 adults and 3 children from the earthen mold May 1st in 1961. So this is how they died. Notice this is a child here. So 2,000 years ago, these people were encased by lava. And so you can actually, this is what you see when you go there to visit. You see the ruins of it. So after a fascinating day at Pompeii, and couldn't believe that history took us that far back, we then went on to a city called Naples. It is the 3rd largest city in Italy after Rome and Milan. Today, Naples is a modern city with lots of attention to their history and a vibrant city center and nightlife. Naples is known for its excellent Italian cuisine and has the most restaurants rewarded within a Michelin star in Italy. So that's where Naples, notice, is on the coast. And this is what is a very old city, as you could see, the structure here. Outdoor cafes and restaurants, lots of them. And this is one restaurant you can eat and see the view of them. This is the off the coast. Okay. This is what their food. I wasn't impressed with their food at all. I really wasn't. I didn't enjoy it, but I'm sure others did.
But the bottom plate looked good.
Yeah,
Macaroni and something.
Yeah. I didn't enjoy it. I missed my food. So now there are lots of, like I said, they're known for their wine. Lots and lots of wine. As you know, they have vineyards, many vineyards there. Lots of wine. And look at, this is what I found. Was very romantic for me. This is the local streets where people live. Beautiful.
It
yes.
is beautiful.
Ancient, but it just remains so beautiful. All right. So when we left Naples, the next most fascinating place, we went to a place called the Isle of Capri. It is an island near the southern entrance to the Bay of Naples, Campania. It lies opposite Sorrento Peninsula, to which it was joined to a prehistorical times, and you'll see why. So we went off there, and we took actually a ferry cross there. It took about a good couple hours with the ferry, but it was enjoyable. And then when we got there, this is what we saw. Isn't this fascinating? Yeah. We got there. Yep. And again,
like the waterfront.
This is late November. We're like pretty close to Thanksgiving here. And this is why it was bright and sunny and warm and just beautiful. And the people there live in villas, lots and lots of villas, many rose gardens and vines, and it's just rich. I met some of the ancestors, said they go back like 900 years of family, you know, generations after generations, the locals, yeah. So we took a boat, a speedboat, and as you could see, the Isle of Capri is known for its magnificent rock formation, and you'll be overwhelmed by the beauty of the natural surrounding. Yes, these are rocks sitting right there. Beautiful.
Is it sitting in the water? Look like it's in the water.
Yep. Rocks, beautiful. Now let me let somebody in. Tech support. All right. All right. So one of the things we did was, one of the favorite things in Capri is to visit some of the family-owned shops scattered across the island. We actually meet with the locals and practice some of the Italian, and the staffer by the name of Charlotta highly recommends that we buy these handmade bells. The legend has it that a poor shepherd was searching for his lost goat on Mount Salaro, another one of the can't miss sites in Capri. When he heard bells ringing in the distance, he followed the sound, and Saint Michael appeared, giving him a set of bells for protection. I don't know how true that is, but that's what it's known for. Look at these bells. It's beautiful. And with the wind blowing, and it was just, it's almost as if you'd gone to heaven for a while. All right. So another thing we did was we sipped on what is called a local called limoncello. Limoncello. Yeah. When life gives you lemon, you drink limoncello. Of all of the things to do in Capri, try the authentic limoncello. It's this zesty liqueur. It's very favorable lemons that are produced on and around what is called the Amalfi Coast. And don't be surprised if you spot some of the biggest lemons ever growing in those groves. The lemons are almost as big as grapefruits.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that-
Teresa,
Yes.
Teresa, would you show the picture of the bells again, please?
Okay, you want to take a picture of it?
Yes, that was, I have a special reason.
Okay.
Yes,
They're
I do
beautiful.
collect bells.
Oh, you do? Do you have them like
Yeah.
on your patio and your deck and they
Yes,
make
and
sounds?
I was given one for Christmas, a beautiful, it looks like a porcelain, and I have it in my china closet.
Ah.
But
Yes.
this drink looks good too.
Yeah, doesn't it?
It does look good.
Delicious. Another thing we did was we went around on the island. We took a taxi, and like I said, the car we went in must have been at least as old as, I don't know. It was, to me, it was like from the 50s. But the chap that drove us around, he was such, he had the most interesting stories to tell us how many his family's been there for hundreds of years. Most of the people that live, the local there, they've been there all their lives, and they're like how many generations of being there. So we stopped and we smelled flowers and we soaked in the best views of Capri while on the island. We went to the Gardens of Augustus, where it's a collection of magnificent botanical gardens on the island, home to a variety of unique flowers such as geraniums, dahlias, and blooms. It is no surprise that visiting these gardens is one of the best things to do when you go to the Capri. It is really is beautiful. And look at the water, and you can go up really high. When the taxi is driving you around, like I said, it's they have to pull over for another car to pass. So another thing we did, which was the highlight of the Capri trip, is we went to what is known as the Blue Grotto. It is the sea cave on the coast of the Isle of Capri, southern Italy. Sunlight passing through an underwater cavity and shining through the seawater creates a blue reflection that illuminates the caverns. The caverns extend about 50 meters into the cliff at the surface and is about 150 meters deep. And you're going to see. Now, this is a person in a boat going through. Now, what we have to do, like these people, you have to queue up, and you, of course, you buy a ticket, and then look how you have to bend over. Once you get into the boat, you almost have to bend your heads to pass to get into the cave area. It's kind of scary. I don't think I'd
go in the cave. I wouldn't go in.
I did. I did. I was scary initially, but once you're in awe again. You're in awe. You know,
and everybody that go in, they have to bend over in that boat.
Yeah, depending on your height. Yeah.
Oh.
And this is once you're in. This is what it looks like once you're in. That's why you go into awe once you're in there. It is so yes.
Are you in the boat by yourself?
No. No, you have a tour guide. Yeah, it was myself and my friend and maybe about 2 others, and there about 4 or 5 of us. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So on our third day, so now we've left the Isle of Capri, we went back to Rome, and now it's time to basically shift gears to exit. So the last thing we did was we went shopping to buy souvenirs, and we were also fascinated by. Now, look, I don't know if many of you know, I'm sure you've heard of Giorgio Armani. Well, this is his home. This is where it all started. An Italian luxury fashion house design. Now, there are many of Italian clothes, and especially their shoes and their leather products. It's just, oh gosh, I fell in love with their shoes.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
The shoes. Oh yeah. I love their shoes. I didn't walk away with any Giorgio Armani because I couldn't afford. But it was nice to go where it was all started, you know.
But aren't they shoes
mostly for men? Aren't they shoes mostly for men? Their
No,
shoes.
no,
They-
no,
Oh,
no,
they
no,
don't
no, no,
made
no.
it too.
I
Okay.
did, yeah, yeah. I didn't buy any Giorgio Armani shoes. I bought
Uh-huh.
regular Italian made shoes, leather,
Okay.
quality leather shoes. Yes, I did that.
Uh-huh.
I did.
But isn't everything cheaper there? I would
Well,
think than in the States.
Well, it all depends. I found the leather stuff to be cheaper. Yes,
Mhm.
leather, in particular. I wouldn't say Giorgio Armani was cheaper because no matter where you go, you're going to be putting out money.
Paint,
But
you
Rob,
paint.
you can go to a warehouse and get a couple of, sale items.
Mhm.
But one of the things that I did find fascinating though was the style. You see no other. You might find
Mhm.
one of its own. That's what I found. That was beautiful.
Oh.
And so our trip came, we decided, okay, we left now from Rome and we traveled north into Paris.
Mm.
Notice
Mhm.
that's what we did. And we took this train
Mm.
and we left
Streamline.
around noon. And we
Mhm.
didn't get into Paris until the morning, like around 9-10 o'clock.
Oh.
So we had, while we were on the train, this was another beautiful part of, I love trains and traveling all night on the train. I'm like a kid on a train. This is where we slept in these bunkers. And we had like a little shower area to wash up. We slept in these bunkers. And we then had to go to the dining room to get our breakfast.
Mhm.
And then by the time we got our breakfast, it was almost time to exit when we arrived in Paris. And there we are. We arrived in Paris after traveling all night. And we got into Paris. So this is where I wrapped it up because it was going to be too long. This trip was actually 10 days long. So now we have to do a tour of Paris. So I didn't do that for today, but I will be doing that, and it's to be continued.
Okay.
That
Yes.
was a
So
good trip.
yes. So any questions about the trip? I'm
Well,
telling you,
what year was that, Teresa? What year was that?
this was in 03. It was a while back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
2003.
Yeah, it was 03, and it was in late November. Well, we got back into the States for Thanksgiving. We arrived in like the day before Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
So
right.
we left, and the cost was all a package deal. Everything was packaged, one price, hotel included as well, not meals, but tour guides, getting from one location to the other, all
Right.
packaged. The travel agency did the whole thing.
Okay. Now.
And don't ask me how much it cost. I, like I mentioned, for those of you who are late getting on, I did not pay for this trip. This was an all expense paid trip
Oh, that's
by
wonderful.
my friend, who said she wanted someone to travel Europe with her. And she asked me, would I like to go? And I said, I wouldn't miss it for a day. So that's how
All
I.
right now.
Yeah.
That's the kind
I
of
wish
That
I
was a
had a
good-
friend like
That
that.
was a good friend. A good-
Yeah, we're still solid friends today. We've done
Okay.
we've done many trips since then. We went to Spain also, Madrid, and we're still, we still do a lot of fun things together.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I see
Good.
Paris, the Statue of Paris.
Yes.
statue.
Yeah. So when on our way into Paris, when we traveled, we saw the Leaning Tower of Pisa. We passed through parts of Switzerland and the border of that area. And yes, and we passed through Belgium and so forth. Yeah. So we did, it was a love trip. By the time I got into Paris, though, my body was exhausted.
I'm sure.
Totally exhausted. And then
Now,
we
on
still
the-
had more to go.
How do the trains over there compare to the ones here, to Amtrak?
Oh my goodness.
There are many similarities. The conductors are very nice, very well
Mhm.
spoken. Yeah, it's about the same. Comfort level is about the same. Yeah, because I'm an Amtrak person. I travel from Virginia into Orlando, regularly with my car. So
Okay.
so
Auto
I've
train.
experienced the cabin thing and sleeping and
Okay.
all that. So
Okay.
yeah, I
So-
would say they're comparable.
Okay,
Yeah.
so on the auto train, and if you've done that,
Yeah,
the
many times.
distance from here to Orlando, you
Mhm.
leave here around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right?
Yep, that's when
And
we
then you
board.
get to you get to Orlando in the morning.
Exactly, about 8, 9 in the
So-
morning.
Okay, so you left over there just a couple of hours earlier to go
Uh-huh.
from
Rome
Rome all the way to
to
Paris.
Paris,
It looks
yes.
so much further.
Yes,
That's
yes.
what I
But
feel
it's
about-
high speed, high speed.
Okay,
We're going
that's
at
okay.
way,
Okay.
no
So that's the
stopping.
difference.
No
That's the
stopping. High speed, 110,
Okay.
130 miles per hour. Woof, woof, woof.
Okay.
My.
So
Anyway.
that's the difference between that
Yes,
train and
yes,
the Amtrak. That's what I was
yes.
trying to figure out.
Yes, exactly. And
I'm
that's
like,
what I
wait a
loved
minute,
about
on
it.
the map, it's so much further.
I love the speed
Uh-huh.
of it. You know, you go
Okay.
woof, 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 all the way through, bang.
Yeah.
And I met
okay.
so many interesting people on that train
Yeah.
ride. Oh my goodness. People from all walks of life I met on that
Okay.
train. Oh yes. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Question.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay, very exciting. I love everything you showed. I went from Amsterdam to Paris on the train.
Oh.
And my friend and I, we had a banquet. We didn't have anything fancy.
Mhm.
But since it was during the week, people had to go to work.
Mhm.
And the conductor kept coming around and saying, are you going to use that seat? But we put our packages on the seat so nobody could sit next to us. But what about the food in Naples? Because I think I heard something about the food in Naples. Tell me why you didn't like it.
I guess we're spoiled here with the different flavor. For example, I was the first thing when we landed, I said to Kim, my friend, let's go have some pizza. Well, I was so disappointed. The pizza was tasteless. It was really tasteless. It wasn't like the pizza we're used to here. So
Yeah.
that disappointed me, you know. So it doesn't have the same taste. And maybe my taste buds, maybe somebody else, maybe you may have enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy the meals.
No, I had heard that the food is not, well, we're used to our version of it, but I was trying to find out, was it the olive oil or they didn't use spices?
Spices. They're
Okay.
lacking spices.
Okay.
Yeah, we have the best pizza here in America.
Yeah.
If you love pizza.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we have oregano and basil and
Yes.
things like that. But if they're not into spices, then the food does not resonate.
You're right. But their seafoods were decent. Seafoods were different.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Another thing I saw were people of my complexion, lots of people of color there, and they were mostly from Africa.
Africa, yes. Yeah.
Yes, lots of them living there too.
Mm-hmm.
And I also felt, would you believe it? I didn't feel any degree of racism at all. At all. People were very warm and approachable. You know, I tried to speak, I didn't know any Italian, so they would have to try to break it down, you know, best they can to understand each other. But they were very nice, you know, towards me. And it was my girlfriend on cell phone. We had a lot of the men whistling at us, and you know, so we had a fun time. We had a fun time.
I think for one of the reasons for the large migration of Africans is because the younger people were leaving these areas because they didn't have any work.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And
So-
Teresa, I'd like to say that racism is more prominent in America than anywhere else in the world.
Mhm.
And I'd also like to say that I enjoyed your trip, and thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome.
Yes.
Yes, it's a joy to travel if you can afford it, and if you have the help to you know, to, because I was in my 30s, but yet I was exhausted.
Oh, I
But I
know.
got when I did that.
Everybody that I know who's been on that tour to Rome and Italy and Paris, they said it was just so exhausting. They went climbing stairs up to basilicas and these big churches, and they were quite young as you were, but they said it was exhausting.
Yes, I was tired. I was so tired. I was like, do we have to do it? Do we have to do this? I was getting to that end. And when we got into Paris, it was even worse because now we're in Paris and guess what? It's cold. It's no longer warm anymore. We're wearing coats now and jacket, and boots. And it's frigid now because it's November and it's damp.
Damp, yes.
Yes.
And the hotels are damp.
Yes. And the meals are expensive and the portions are small. But they were nice people, very nice to us.
Where did you find the best food of all? What place did you enjoy the food most in?
Paris, in France.
Oh yes, French.
Yeah. Even when I went into Madrid at one point, I still was there. France had the best food to me. Yeah, even better than when I lived in the UK. Yeah. So
I travel to eat.
That's what you enjoy. So you're eating out. Yeah, that's what you would say your moment of the restaurant, right?
Right, the food.
The food.
well, like in Paris, they have the charcuteries where you can just get a bottle of wine and some nice bread and some cheese.
Cheese, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yes. It was really nice. It was funny. I got into Paris, and where we are now, we're leaving the train and heading now to get another train to get to the hotel. And who did I see there? Well, not anybody that you know, but I saw a couple that I met in DC waiting at the station. Like, what are you doing here? Well, we're doing what you're doing. So there are lots of Americans there making those trips as well. Many of them, yeah.
Are there a lot of Americans in Italy?
I wouldn't say many, but you can spot them in a crowd. By the way they're dressed, you can spot them in a crowd. Americans are very relaxed and casual in their, comfort level when it comes to traveling. They wear their jeans and t-shirts and sneakers, and very different.
Well, you know what? When I traveled, what little part I saw in the Mediterranean area.
Was it expensive?
Better.
We lost her. I think
was it expensive?
When I went on the Mediterranean cruise? Are you talking to me or talking to Teresa?
I think she's talking to all of us.
Oh, okay. Well, I think the cruise I went on was only maybe $2,500 or something. It wasn't too bad. But the thing is that we had a meeting on that first day where they called all of the Americans together. This was on the Costa cruise. They had a special meeting for the Americans to let them know that and the rest of the world did not queue up like we do and get in line and wait our turn. The rest of the people just walk up. So we needed to be prepared for that, so we would not be offended by their behavior that we would describe as rude or whatever. And I witnessed it more than when I got off in Santorini, when we were on the ship, and I'm standing in line waiting to go to the desk where they assist people. These other people just walked up, I'm like, oh, what they happen? So when we got off to go up on the lift to one of the towns in Santorini, I played my, mother role and got up in the front of the line and kind of, stood, so you can't get by me without pushing me or nudging me.
Well, let me say, when my kids were young, we went on a cruise and they gave all the announcements in Italian, and Spanish, French, and then English. And so one of the jokes is, what do you call a person who speaks only one language? What do you call that person? The answer, You call that
American.
person an
American.
American.
That's funny.
Everybody else could
That's
understand all the languages, you know, pretty much.
I think we're
That's
spoiled
true.
here. We're spoiled.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Except we're spoiled to our own fault.
Exactly. It's not a
Yeah.
good thing.
It's not a good thing. Yeah.
It's not good at all. Like, think about this, okay? If you pay attention to the things we're buying now at the stores, more and more and more, the measurements are in liters and stuff, right? Well, think about this. I know for a fact that I was in elementary school when they told us we're supposed to start learning that.
Yep.
We never did.
I was too. I was as well.
We never did.
Uh-huh.
We never learned that.
It's centimeters. Centimeters.
Yeah. And we never learned that. I think the only thing they taught us was maybe the ruler.
Velvet rule, yeah.
We never learned it, and now nearly everything is like that.
Yeah,
So,
I think
worldwide, it's like the U.S. refuses to believe that. Look, we just one little piece of the world. We are not in charge of nothing. You know, this is a global place.
no changes.
Is global, and we might as well get over it. We're not in charge.
And it's becoming more and more global.
Yeah.
Do you remember the notebooks that we used to buy that had all the tables on the last page?
Yeah.
And that was like so many years ago, and they're still not teaching centimeters.
Right.
They're still not.
They're still not.
Yeah. I remember I think it was around 1969 when they declared a D-Day, when we changed to metrics. This was in the UK, and we had to start learning metrics at that time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was called D-Day.
And they followed through on it, huh?
Yeah, we did. We had to. Our minds had.
We declared it, but we did not follow through. We just, kicked it to the side.
The other thing is that remember the slide rule?
Yeah.
So the slide rule was in centimeters.
Uh-huh.
And now they don't use centimeters anymore. But what I noticed is that if you buy rulers from China, the measurements are not correct.
That's interesting.
They're not correct because they're just not correct. So I'm a person.
Now, are you saying that because you're an American?
What I'm saying is I noticed it because I used to cut glass. And I was always off using a ruler. The cheap rulers. You have to be careful about rulers if measurements are important to you. And for example, I'll say you buy things from the internet. Say, I'll use for an example, Imani?
Yes.
Okay, Imani is very beautiful. She has a very nice body. And her sizes are not our sizes. Even though she sends this stuff over on the internet, they cheat on the seams.
Yeah, you don't hardly have no seams.
So it's not true to size.
It's not true to the American body. So I just use that because I say that I remember the slide rules. So everybody says, okay, the calculator is the, we use the calculators, but you have to see that measurement on a ruler, a good ruler. I just make a big mantra about it because I remember the slide rule and how obsessed I was in learning to learn it. But now I know that measurements are not true.
And where are these rulers made? In China?
China.
Would it be in the shoe size also?
You know that the shoe sizes go in 39, 40, 41,
Yeah,
42,
yeah.
but they
I wear
they
40.
are not compensating for width.
Oh, okay.
They're not compensating for the toe box.
Yeah.
Okay, so the more you spend for something, more than likely
Less.
the better the fit. But all I'm saying is the measurements from, unless, buying less expensive clothes are not true to fit. What do they say
Okay.
about the stuff you buy off the internet clothing? Most of it you never wear because it doesn't fit.
It doesn't. That is very true.
That's
So I
true.
stopped buying clothes from
Yeah.
Amazon. I don't buy
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. That is very true.
I'm glad y'all sharing this because I didn't know that.
Me neither.
Well,
Mhm.
you know how you learn? When you look in your closet and see what you haven't worn in years.
Well, wait a minute. That's all relative, because I have things. Look, I had a shirt just last night that I was going to give away, but I liked it. It washes well, it wears well, and it fits me. But I mean, I was wearing that when I was working. I don't really work anymore. So I'm having a hard time getting rid of everything I was wearing because it invariably, as soon as I get rid of something, then somebody's asking me to wear a special color to a funeral or a birthday or something like that. And then I don't have it anymore,
Well, if it fits and you have the space for it, keep it.
Right. So I put it back in there.
Good idea.
I just want to say another thing, the fabrics. The fabrics are not quality fabrics.
Yeah, no, that's true. Everything is paper thin.
Yep.
Okay.
Very true. The image that gives you the appearance is beautiful until you see it. You actually see it when it arrives at your home. You go, this don't look like the same thing.
Exactly. I don't like to feel, and I was a seamstress at a while, and then I have poor eyesight, but I go by feel. I feel the fabric. I'm gonna feel the wool. I'm gonna feel the cashmere. I want to feel it. I don't like polyester.
I like silk.
But I always wore silk and wool. That's my fabrics.
And now everything, even when you go to the upscale stores these days, it's all polyester.
Yes. They fool you by making it look fancy, but the fabric is not good.
Right.
Well,
everything is thin.
Yep. It was so nice to have you all on board again today. It was nice to see you, Cynthia. We haven't seen you in a while. You're muted. You're muted. We haven't seen you in a while. I think she's gone. But it was nice to see. Oh, there you are again. And
Yeah, I've been going through some things. I'm coming out. I gotta get some stitches and stuff out tomorrow.
Okay.
My daughter is moving, blah, blah, blah. Different stuff is going on. So I'm gonna get on when I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So tomorrow, guess what we have? We have Black History Trivia.
Okay.
Yes, the library is doing that. No, that's not tomorrow. That's Thursday. I'm doing technical training tomorrow, but on Thursday it is Black History Trivia because it is Black History Month.
Okay.
So look forward to that. In fact, why don't you prepare for it? They'll be asking all sorts of it.
I'm preparing for karaoke.
Oh, so everybody got the announcement then. You got, so did you? And
I'm just joking, Teresa. I'm just joking.
We're still waiting. We're still waiting for contestants now. We have 10 songs.
That's because ain't nobody signed it up.
So start practicing. Find a karaoke back into it and start practicing. You're going to win a gift.
Well, if we
What?
play the game, will y'all be all nice to us and not laugh at the people who think they can sing and can't?
We're all like that. We're all going to be, yeah. Let's put it this way. None of us are real singers, so.
Well,
Yeah.
you can't throw tomatoes.
So I've got less than a week to get the contestants in place.
Okay.
All right.
And you need to let me know so we can have your background music ready for you.
Oh, no.
Are we going to have the words on the screen?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you're going to have the background as well as the lyrics, and that's all you need. But let me know, because did you see the list of songs there?
No.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you can put
I
me
s-
down, but lean on me, Teresa.
Whoa, so this is Kane,
Lean
right?
on me.
This is Carla Kane. Yeah.
Yeah. Lean on me. Okay, by
Yeah.
all right. I like that. Anybody else wants to volunteer on what they're
I didn't
Now
get a
remember-
list of the names of the records.
you wanted a list? I don't have it here in front of me, but
Okay, can you email it to me?
I sent it to
Yeah,
everyone.
they
but
were on the
I
email.
got it. I got
They
it.
were on the
I
email.
sent it to everyone. Did you check your
Mhm.
email, Rosalind, recently? It was sent last week.
Mhm.
Okay then.
Well, I
Yeah.
could let me see if I can resend it to you, Rosalind.
Oh, okay.
R Bell, resend. All right. So get ready now. Practice, choose your song and call and send me an email or whatever saying what song you want to sing.
Okay.
Or if the list isn't, your favorite song is not on that list, contact me. Maybe we can find a karaoke backup for it. If there's a song that you prefer that's not on that list. So I'd like to have at least 5 contestants. There will be gifts, will be.
Well, we'll
Okay.
just be doing it for the fun.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's Valentine's. Dress up in your red and white. And it's the only Valentine's party you'll probably go to.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I got a birthday party on the 19th. One of my best friends turning 70. So that's a red and white party too.
Oh, okay. Lovely.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Hey,
it's
Miss-
nice.
Kristen,
Miss Jane,
Yes, Cheryl?
put me down for number 10. Ain't no
Which one?
sunshine. It's
Ain't
gone.
no sunshine. And Cheryl.
Uh-oh.
Cheryl, your last name is Edwards, right?
Edward,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
beat the
Okay.
boogie down.
No.
Edwards, ain't no sunshine when you're
When it is
gone.
gone.
Whoa. I love that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the other one I was thinking about. Yeah.
Yeah, what day is this?
It's on Valentine's
Monday.
Day.
Yeah,
Monday.
14, Monday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
14.
Mhm.
Yeah.
14,
Mhm.
Monday.
A Monday coming. So
Yeah,
we need to get you on board. What about you, Cynthia? You're going to take a try?
I don't know. I'm going. I gotta go do. I gotta exercise my muscles
No,
and stuff.
next
I have
week.
to go up to the street
Monday.
to the exercise place,
Okay.
and they close and open
What's
at
the
a
name of
certain
the song?
time.
Well,
The
I send a list of the songs. What about you, Mr. Sutton? You want to do one of those songs, a Marvin Gaye one, maybe?
Kristen,
Uh-oh.
Kristen.
No. Oh,
Take
No.
all
We want to Marvin Gaye. We
Marvin
want to
Gaye?
Whitney Houston. You know.
Kristen, come here.
So I'm going to be on your.
This time.
You're going to be a listener.
That song, the beat down boogie.
Well, so far we only have
Only got two.
we have 2 contestants. That means we've got 2 winners, first and second place.
We'll put you in like
Uh,
beat the boogie down the boogie. Down the boogie boogie. It's
The rhythm of the boogity beat.
okay.
huh?
Hello.
Uh-oh.
Vanessa.
Okay. I'm gonna do with my aid beat down the boogie hip hop song.
Uh-oh.
What's it called?
Beat down.
Rhythm of the big what? It's a hip hop song by the Sugar Hill Band. It's called Beat Down the Boogie.
Okay, I think, but we'll have to find out. Can you find it in karaoke? Because we have to find it. Beat
Okay.
down. Look for it. Meanwhile, the boogie. Okay.
The beat. Give me the right name. Kristen, give me the right name. It's going to be like, we're going to do this as a duo.
Oh, you have a duo. Okay, lovely.
All right now.
All right, so we have 3 contestants now. We need at least 2 more, 3 more. Shirley, what about you, Shirley?
Uh-oh.
Did you check your email to see what song you'd like to sing? And Laverne, you're being quiet over there, Laverne. And Joyce, and Carolyn, and Denise. And Denise.
I don't want to tie myself up into singing right now because it's Valentine's Day, so I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but I don't want to commit to it. If I come on, there's some more songs left, and I'll sing then.
You got a powerful voice, Laverne. You have a strong voice.
But I can't sing right now. No, I just don't want to obligate myself right now because it's Valentine's Day. I got grandkids I do things with, my family.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll leave it like that for now, but I'm going to be on your case. So tomorrow
We
is...
normally do Mondays. I didn't think we have class on Monday.
Yeah, but we are having that day because DACA wanted us to do a Valentine's Day. They don't want the seniors to be at home feeling isolated on that day. So
I'm not gonna be feeling isolated. That's what I'm telling you. I'm busy.
Busy people.
So I promise Miss Lyles, who's the director of the program, that we'll do a Valentine's Day event.
Okay, so we having goodies? Anything?
Well, we're giving giveaways. That's what we're doing. They're giveaways, yes.
Everybody have to sing a song.
Not everybody.
No.
There are only 10 songs. 10
How many-
songs.
How many songs left?
Laverne, stop being difficult.
7 left.
Carla, I know it's you. I'm not trying to do 7 left. Oh my God, you only got 3 people.
I send them out to everyone. Laverne, think about it and let me know because you got a
I'm gonna look at the email now and I'll see. I haven't looked at it yet.
Okay, all right. What about you, Will? All right, Rosette and Wilhelmina, you too.
I'll send you a text.
And Jennifer, we haven't seen you in a while. Jennifer Asher, we haven't seen you in a while. She's not responding. All right, so it's past the 2:00 hour. I got to go on to my next agenda. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all again tomorrow.
All right.
And of course, on the Black Trivia on Thursday. And then, the food bank is this Friday.
Yeah.
All individuals that are over 60 are, the food bank is open to you all. We're going to be talking about the food bank. We have a person doing a presentation and telling you how to get access to the food bank to get all your nutritious fresh vegetables and fruits free. Okay? So make sure you're tuning into that.
Miss Teresa, I thought they only did canned goods and stuff. I don't remember doing nothing fresh.
You want to do something, Laverne, you said?
No, I said I don't recall them doing anything fresh. Their stuff usually come in canned goods and that cheese and those $50 coupons they get them to go to the market. But
well, that's exactly what they give you coupons to go to the market to get those fruits.
Oh, okay, because I'm like,
they're going to be giving all the coupons out, so you all should show up for it.
And what day is that?
Friday at 1:00. Make sure you show up for that.
well, if you keep giving us those kind of incentives, how can we resist?
Hi, Queen. I see you there.
Hi, I'm over Wilhelmina's house.
Okay. Are you going to sing a song, Queen?
You know what? I can do a repeat of what I did on my cruise. We did Respect by Aretha Franklin.
Well, we can put you down for that, Queen.
No, I'm gonna do like they do. I'm gonna share what I did already.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to call it a day. I must go on now. So I'm going to end the meeting. I appreciate all you lovely people. Keep smiling, keep happy, and may God bless all of you.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.